Facebook's parent company hosting its annual developer event as we speak. Now, the stock has had a huge run this year. That was helped in part because of the AI boom. But we want to bring in Bloomberg Technology's Ed Ludlow, who is joining us from San Francisco. He's been tracking this big developer event.
Right.
And Ed, aside from the metaverse update, which we can talk about that, it feels like this is an opportunity for Meta to explain on the headset side how they're going to stay relevant versus Apple with the Vision Pro. I mean, what are you watching closely today?
Yeah, look, I can tell you that the street is super focused on artificial intelligence, and that's kind of away from the metaverse and hardware side of this story. The stock down, maybe this is sell the news. We got the Quest 3. They told us that we would get the Quest 3 at Meta Connect. They're raising prices from $300 to $500. It's a mixed reality headset, right? And some of the functionality that they're talking about kind of speaks to the strategy against Apple. You know, you can have virtual reality where you are playing a video game or watching a movie within the headset, but a tap of the button turns it into mixed reality. In other words, images imprinted onto a projection of real life around you. One source that I was speaking to ahead of Meta Connect at the company was saying, like, we're really keen to demonstrate that we've worked out how the software and hardware work together. And, you know, the Apple Vision Pro is at a completely different price point, right? $3,500, but it comes with that exclusive Apple software and content that everyone is pretty excited about in the first instance. And lots of folks were looking to Meta and saying, okay, you've got your hardware, you've taken a gamble to raise prices because you've led this market to this point. What are you going to be able to do on this thing?
What are the most sort of killer app uses for this, Ed? I mean, is it for a consumer who wants to play video games, or Mark Zuckerberg was just showing a lot of sports that you could, I guess, get involved in with it, or is it for B2B purposes, or does anybody have products that are for that?
So far, it is very much a consumer-focused product, right? And heavy emphasis on video games in the virtual reality context. In the mixed reality context, the images that they've shown so far is the use case of imprinting a graphically generated image onto your living room. So that kind of speaks to who they're going after with this. The comparison with Vision Pro is that at $3,500, the Vision Pro in the first instance is very much targeted at the developer community. And to answer your question, remember what I reported earlier in the year. One reason that Meta had cut prices on previous generations of Quest, particularly at the high end, is that it was not resonating with enterprise customers. They really wanted to position this as a productivity tool. There is an emphasis on productivity with this, but not aimed at the high-end enterprise market.
All right, interesting stuff. Ed, thanks for giving us your perspective. Ed Ludlow, their co-host of Bloomberg Technology, and he's been doing a ton of reporting on this as well. Now, before this event got underway, Bloomberg Originals had a chance to catch up with Meta's President of Global Affairs, Nick Clegg, for its series AI IRL. He explained how Meta is making a distinction between AI and human-generated content.
AI systems not only recommending content, but now increasingly generating content. So one of the things that we've been working on is how to make sure that people can distinguish between the provenance, the origin of something which is, generated by AI rather than generated by a human being. So we will have visible, clear watermarks on the photorealistic imagery that people will be able to use in something called /Imagine, which is our photorealistic tool integrated into Meta AI.